this is the same drawing we looked at just a few minutes ago on in Navisworks, and now we're going to look at how to do the same sort of clash detection in Revit. Okay, in the Collaborate tab, you find a thing called interference check, which is the same thing basically as clash detection, it's just a different name. So you go into the interference check and you run an interference check. No surprises there. You still got the two tabs under Collaborate tab, and then you go under interference check. So you've got to have a file open, which is the same file we opened earlier. Anyhow, just have a look at this for a minute. So if we go run the check, we can go to the same clash detection as before. We want to detect the walls against the columns. Not sure why this is expanded out, but it doesn't have to be. All right, so I'll put a tick in each one of those, and there's not too many other options here, whereas you find with the Navisworks you've got a lot more options. If we go to the clash detector just to compare it here, okay, let's see where it is. We lost our clash detector, here it is. Okay, all right, so you find that under here, you find that we've got a lot more control. Let's just pin that and bring it out. All right, you have other things in here, or self-intersecting, you have tolerancing, hard, soft, or whatever else, right? Whereas this other one here doesn't have all that, it's just a basic thing. So if we go OK, it comes up with a similar report, and yes, the same 5 columns are clashing, which is a good thing to know, that the same clashes come up in both software. All right, so if I click on this, it will show me where it is. So if I go in here, I can hunt around and see if I can find it. It's not as good as Navisworks in the way that it doesn't really show you in different colours so much, so you can see it easier. All right, so the next one is there, and so on, the same ones as before. Right, so that's that. So we'll leave that one there. It's pretty simple and easy to use. Now we'll go back into our little Navisworks manage, same thing. So if I can dock this over here like that, on the left hand side, and there it is. Okay, so what we're going to do here, okay, so if we find, let's go to results. If we find something here, and I went in and I put a comment here before, but if I just zoom this up a bit, I can come over here and I can add a comment onto this one here. I can go, oh, where is it gone? Try again. Comment. There it is. We can put in here, for example, wall and column clash or something like that. So we'll go OK, and there it is.
How do you comment again?
Just highlight something, say this one, and I go comment, add comment here. So just another clash. Oops, clash. All right. So and you can actually rename these ones here as well. You can rename them, whatever you want to call them, make more sense. All right. Okay. So how do you find these comments afterwards? Okay. Well, you can go to there's a comments section here. And it's another clash it says here. Oh, there's 3 comments.
Where do they come up on the side there?
Sorry, there's only 1 comment. Sorry.
Where do they come up? You see,
Oh yeah, I just went down.
Just added them.
Yeah, hang on. It's a comments thing here, but if you go to view, to bring up just the comments, you just have to make sure you got a tick in there. For your workspace, and then that'll come up. All right. So if I just doesn't this just fold back? Yeah. It's supposed to fold back. Select. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Okay, so that's our commenting there. Let's see. Okay, under review. Okay, so under review, you can, and I've created a few viewpoints here before when I was mucking around, but, okay, so if we want to review something here, we have to, if I just take off Clash for a minute, so we're not in Clash at all. All right, just go back to home and just turn that off. We should go back to a rendered image. All right, so if I go to review, add text, this comes up. All right, so it says basically you can't add text or red line because you haven't got a saved viewpoint or Clash result to be selected. All right, so if I went into something like this and I went like that, yes, I should be able to write something here. All right, but if you don't have that, then how do you do it? Okay, so let's go back to our home view here. Let's get out of this. All right, so there's nothing selected now. If I go to review, this is something that you need to do for one of your assignments as well. So you go to review, and I say, okay, I want to write some text on here. Well, it doesn't let me do it. So what you need to do is come up with a view that you want to save, that you want to talk about. So for example, you want to go down here and say something about this little footing pad. All right. So you zoom in there, and then what you need to do is go to viewpoint first. Although you're in the review area, you have to go to viewpoint to actually create a saved viewpoint. So you create a snapshot of that view, all right, and it comes down here. So you might call this one here, column and pad, all right, enter that. So now that I've got that there, I can go to review and I can actually write something. So it lets me do it now. So I click here, and I write, for example, 35 MPa concrete or something like that. Right? So okay, that, or you might write increase depth, something like that. Okay, whatever you might put in there. Okay, that's brilliant. And you can do a lot of other stuff. You can draw clouds. See if I can go the right way this time. Usually go the wrong way. All right, so you can cloud it around like that. All right, and you can change the colors of these things as well. So you can have there you go, something like that. The text as well. You can have different color text. So you can have green, and in theory I can write green there. There you go. All right, you can do. I'm not sure. Can you do arrows? Draw arrows. You can do a line, I think. Yeah, you can do like a line, and oops, click. Well, I'm getting this. This is not working too well. There you go. It's a line there. Anyhow, it's not the best, marking thing, but anyway, you can erase stuff. Apparently, you can just just got to get it all in there. It erases it. All right, so you can change the pen thicknesses and all that sort of stuff for the line work. You can measure stuff. For example, I can measure this and point to point. So I can go, what am I measuring? It's point to point, so we go there to there. It's 0.6 meters, which is true. It's a 600 pad. And if I want to keep that there, I can convert that to red line. Otherwise, it'll disappear. So now it's going to stay in there. All right. So there's my viewpoint saved up. Now I can go back and say, okay, well, I'm going to go back somewhere else and go and write something else. If I go back here, there it is. All right. All right. You can export viewpoints to XML, it says here. But there's another way you can, I'll show you later on, and you can also export them out as images. All right, so let's, while we're there, let's do something else now. Let's go over here and look at these windows. All right, okay, so look at these windows. We'll go back to viewpoint and we'll save it. We'll call this one Windows, for example. All right, Windows. All right, so what else are we going to do here? Let's have a look. We'll go to review now. What's this add tag thing? So if I go add tag, all right, so I can go in here. Oh. there and there. Right, it's number 1. Okay. Let's for example call it window too high. All right, good. Okay, that. And let's go over here. Window too low. All right. Okay, that. We're here. Window. Okay. All right. So go okay. Fine. Perfect. All right. So let's have a look what happened here. All right. So there you go. It's got the comments in here, and I should be able to search for these ones here as well. Let's see. Where is that? Got to find that for a minute. Just hold on. I'll just pause that for a tick. So basically, this is where you go to find the comments. You go here, and you can search by text or by author, because it does put the name of the person next to it, whatever you might know. So if it's text and I want to find out all the information about Windows, I think a window, I can match case or not. All right, again, I need to just bring this up. All right, so I'll just press save, find. Oh, that's really, really good. Nothing under window. Thought I had some text under window. Author, Vasiliu A, maybe. There's a few by Mr. Vasiliu A. We actually even have, it's even picked up the comments, as opposed this one's here are tags, all right. What else? Status, approved or resolved. So you can actually just find all the comments about a particular stage. Okay, or comments between the states. What else? Clash detective comments only, or you can have viewpoint detective. So I can just go on only the viewpoint related ones, and I can go here and find. Okay, so it's finding those. But you should be able to put in here window. I think that's the keyword I put in there, wasn't it? Well, let's just put in the word high. I know I used that once. Find. I don't know why it's not doing it, and must be doing something wrong. But it's not finding it. It's supposed to work. Match character widths. Let's not match anything. No. Take that out. Find. That was a terrible demonstration of how the tags work, because they're supposed to be searchable. Okay, so clearly there's something wrong. I'm doing something wrong here, but we'll discover that a bit later. Just for a minute. Okay, so basically, once for your assessment, do one of these, some of these tags. Do a comment viewpoint, like this one, for example. Do a couple of those like that, and then once you've done that, this is important. This is something that people get wrong all the time. Is to save these as NWD and just send it. Now you'll be using your own drawing file, not mine, but save it as NWD, because that's the only way I'm going to get everything in one package. All right, and you can also publish it as NWD, but because it's just one file, you can save it as. If we had a whole lot of if it's a whole lot of appended files in there, you have to publish it. But because it's just one file we opened up, it's just a Revit file, you can just save it as, and it should be fine. Right? So either way, it'll work. All right, so that's basically how to do your project 5, I believe, am I right there? So part of project 5, part B, I think. So let's just stop that recording for now, and we'll leave that there. Sorry about that; those tags weren't searchable.